Hello everybody, my name is Michelle Robinson. I'm running for Ward 10 for the City of Calgary. I was given a survey to do from the Calgary Heritage Authority, so I thought I'd tell you all the answers in case that you missed it. So the Calgary Heritage Authority describes themselves as an advisory board to the City of Calgary and advises City Council on heritage matters that promote public awareness and appreciation of Calgary's heritage. The CHA also evaluates potential heritage sites for inclusion on the inventory and evaluated historic sites, which identifies properties that have significance in the history of our city. The CHA also hosts biennial line awards and runs a community plaque program. CHA works to ensure that the Calgary heritage sector is well organized, collaborative, and efficient in its efforts to promote the understanding and broaden citizen participation in Calgary's heritage. So they ask, what's your name? Michelle Robinson. What's my email? Michelle Robinson for ward10@gmail.com, running for Ward 10. What is your understanding and position on heritage matters in the ward city that you're running for and the City of Calgary as a whole? So I said my understanding is that Calgary Heritage Authority brings light to places of significance. That said, I'd like to acknowledge the thousands of years of history already here as part of the CHA. What is preserving Calgary's heritage important to you? Why? Sorry, and why? And to the ward and city that you're wanting to represent. I love history. It should be properly recognized. It's important to have citizens have knowledge of the land, and it gives people pride and a sense of belonging. And when you increase community pride, you decrease crime. What is your favorite heritage site and resource? Please consider tangible heritage sites and intangible heritage resources like the Calgary Stampede. So I talked about the Palliser. The railway is what colonized this area. The Palliser Hotel is a symbol of those imperial forces taking claim to an area that was a trading post for Indigenous for centuries. Because of the imperial belief that women were less and not given, legal rights. It's only been recently that women, let alone Indigenous women, were allowed in the Palliser unescorted. It was a great privilege to bring my Indigenous daughter there for high tea, unescorted. I recently was also allowed in the Ranchman's Club for a book launch, and here I was, an Indigenous woman in jeans, breaking their dress code. While I was allowed in, I was told it was to not offend the author, a long-standing member of the club, and I was told to stay on the floor which the book was launched. So obviously I've walked the multiple levels of the Ranchman's Club, and I wondered how many Indigenous women had walked those hallways as a guest. It's still very intangible for many, and even though it's a tangible resource and a structure, and I just want to acknowledge that just because it's tangible to me doesn't mean it's tangible to everybody. If elected, what would you hope to accomplish in the way of heritage preservation and raising heritage awareness in the City of Calgary? The White Goose Flying Report is the city's own report on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission's 94 calls to action. It honors the point in which the city had an Indian residential school. There are rumors of more, and I think honoring missing and murdered Indigenous women is needed to raise awareness of how this issue, national issue, is a local issue. Thinking of specifics, how would you achieve these objectives, and how would you expand current efforts for heritage preservation and heritage awareness to be on par with or surpass cities like Toronto, Montreal, and Vancouver? So whether this means renaming a park or adding a statue or a plaque, I would work with the Calgary, with the community associations, the Indigenous communities, plural, and the city parks, the CHA, and any other stakeholders that on what the best approach is, and preserve our heritage in a way that is community-led. Would you like to make any other closing comments pertaining to our city's heritage matters? So I acknowledge that we have a huge homesteading history here in Ward 10. I'd like to see more recognition to increase that community pride so that people can talk about the original farms that were right here in this area. Where my house is right now is only 40 years old, so just for perspective on the word heritage and what it means here in Calgary when you're talking about Indigenous people being here for thousands of years. So they're very kind to end it by saying, thank you kindly for your input and good luck in the election. And I'm always grateful to get these types of surveys, and I hope to put more up because I have been getting other questions. But I have few events that I got to run to, so I hope you have a great day.